James was a man who knew something about difficulties and trials. Growing up with Jesus as his half-brother couldn't have been easy. I know it would have been hard for me. Admitting he was wrong about Jesus must have been challenging. Later in life, he spent so much time praying that he was known as Old Camel Knees. Yes, I guess he did know something about dealing with difficulties. Still, he wrote this in the first chapter of his letter to the churches. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. What kind of trials was James talking about? Did he mean troubles such as running out of money or failing a test in school or having to stay up all night with a sick child? You know, everyday troubles? Yes. The Greek word translated trials means approving, specifically to prove a man's fidelity, integrity, and virtue. It also can mean temptation. Verse 3 explains these trials as the testing of your faith. James was speaking of the different kinds of trials in which we experience the temptation to go with the flow rather than remain faithful to Jesus. Any trial can constitute a test of our faith, to quit trusting and obeying God. What does James' command really mean? Well, James is not ordering us to have joyful emotions during severe trials. He's not saying we should enjoy these things. He knew, as did the writer of Hebrews, that no discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. James was not commanding that we praise God when we hear our career position has been given to our assistant, or that the neighbor's child has leukemia. Instead, James is commending the conscious embrace of a Christian understanding of life, which brings joy into the trials that come because of our faith in Jesus. James says, consider it pure joy, which means to make a deliberate and careful decision to experience joy even in times of trouble. Is this possible? I would say yes. Paul told the Corinthian church, in all our troubles, my joy knows no bounds. Paul made the decision to trust God to work, even in the hard times. Tough times don't last. However, the fruit that comes out of those trials does.